is jointly organized by Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, NERIST, Arunachal Pradesh, India, in collaboration with California State University, Center for Global Management, CSUSB, USA, and Emlyon Business School, France. I, Mr. P.J. Prakash, deem it a pleasure and privilege to introduce and read the profile of today's keynote speaker, Dr.K.C.B.Rao, sir, who is going to deliver expert talk on national education policy key insights. Dr. K. Rao, sir, is currently working as a Director for Academic and Planning and Professor in the Department of ICCM, JNTU, Vizianagaram. Dr. K. Rao, sir, he finished his BA in 1992 and ME in 1995, PhD in 2005 from Andhra University. Sir has 30 years of experience in teaching, research, and administration. Before joining with JNTU Vizianagaram, Dr. K. Rao, sir, worked in different capacities as ratified assistant professor and associate professor at Geetham for 10 years, and worked as a ratified professor, HOD, Dean, TNP, and DNP PG courses at MEGR for 7 years. Worked as a principal for 2 affiliated engineering colleges during 2008 to 9 and 2011 to 12. Joined at University of College of Engineering, Vizianagaram, JNTU, during 2013 as assistant professor and became professor during January 2016. At University College of Engineering, Vizianagaram, JNTU and JNTU-GB, worked as officer in charge of library, OIL, and established SCST book bank. Worked as a TPO and MO is made with the TAP, TCS, and CSL for underprivileged. So worked as HOD for EC during February 2017 to July 2022. After an MBA for 3 years as a program coordinator. Few PG students projects are being done at research organizations like NSTL, Samir, Visakhapatnam, received RESA grants worth of 8.25 lakhs and strengthened student chapters like IEEE, IETE, and a few students got selected for co-jobs in ISRO, and one of our project student got 12th rank in IS from EC during last 5 years. And sir executed to MOS with GSL and Sankhya's Technologies, conducted ISRO industrial visit to Sriharikota during 2017, and participated in counseling and mentorship process, which are established with SAR only. SAR organized good number of OBA workshops for UCEA faculty as resource person, and worked as coordinator for MBA for UCEB during 2015 to 2019, coordinated for NAC for UCEB and JNTU GB University since 2021. And SAR has the professional society memberships like IEEE Fellow of IETE, Life Member of ISTE and SCMC, Life Member of IEEE at IASC Bangalore. And SAR has got recognition evaluator of MBA since 2019, visited about 25 institutions for accreditation, and acted as expert member for EVC of ASCT and expert member RFUD of ASCT. SAR visited Dudley College of Birmingham, UK on invitation, addressed faculty, and presented one research paper in IEEE conference during 2016 at London, UK. SAR has visited Thailand and chaired one of the technical session IEEE conference and research board member for reputed universities in India. Acted as a member of BOS of AEC since 2021. SAR acting as chairman of BOS of UCEB, completed R19 and R20 curriculum design. And SAR acted as a chairman of CPRS RC Samir Peer Review Committee for Research Proposal, identified by AACT, one of the participants of 200 of UKIERI across India, and acted as GB member for few autonomous colleges under JNTU, and acted as member of BOS for several autonomous institutions in AP and Telangana, and acted as a resource person for ESCI Hyderabad since 2016. SAR achieved 2 Indian patents published in 2014 and 2018, and 2 PhDs produced under JNTU, and 8 scholars are working for PhD at present, and 79 research papers published in reputed journals and conference and proceedings. SAR obtained level 5 CMI UK certificate from Chartered Management Institute of UK, involved with mock accreditation team as a member of NBA and Professor UNNI Krishnan of Washington Accord of US and Professor Locke of Singapore during 2012 at PACIT Bangalore. And SAR guided more than 25 institutes towards MBA and NAC accreditations all over India, trained more than 1,000 faculty members towards MBA and NAC accreditations across 20 states of India. So SAR conducted several OBE and OBA workshops across India, including Andaman and Nicobar Island. Presently working as Director for Economic Planning. So It gives me immense pleasure to invite such an eminent expert speaker among us. Let us welcome Dr. K. Rao, sir, to deliver the talk. Over to you, sir.
Right, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So the PPT is visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Right, sir. So thank you for your nice introduction. So good afternoon to all. Hope and wish this topic.
Good afternoon, sir.
Certainly, good afternoon, sir. This topic certainly will be useful to all faculty fraternity who joined here, almost 50 members altogether across different parts of our country and abroad. So here, whatever I understood as Director Academic Planning, what is happening in Andhra Pradesh is the front runner for implementing national education policy. So in all universities, government universities, we are implementing all the changes, whatever proposed 2-3 years back. Due to Corona 2021, 22, it was not implemented properly, but 22-23 onwards, it has been implemented effectively, and it is mandatory as per UGC norms, as per AICTE norms, and as per all regulatory bodies across India. And it is very much useful for all the students who will undergo this particular curriculum, the changes. So let us have focus on this, because due to the time constraint, let me focus on what at higher education level, what are the things actually essential to look into. I focus on those areas only. So here, what are the transformational reforms in education sector, especially higher education? Let us have a brief review, where University Education Commission, 1948, immediately after independence, then Secondary Education Commission, thereafter, Education Commission, 64-66 under Kothari Commission, that's a name, very popular name. That's what we all studied under social studies. So National Policy on Education, first time in 1968, it has been developed. Then 42nd Constitutional Amendment has been done. And accordingly, National Policy on Education, NPE, started in 1986. And thereafter, the modification done in 1992 only. But afterwards, as you see, until 2016, nothing happened. Perhaps that's the reason we missed the bus. We missed the bus when compared to Europe and other continental education sectors. That's where the brain drain is happening in IITs and NITs for the last recent past. That effect actually. So then Mizoram committee, they have given report in 2019 May, but unfortunately, that is the Corona period. Thereafter, because the parliament sessions they have to approve, that was not happened immediately. It took almost 1 year. Accordingly, we are following the footprints of whatever the great minds they have already given. So they have gone this consultation process between Gram Panchayats and then districts and then states and then different MPs and then different MLAs and then parliament standing committees. All those people are involved in between those 10 months. That's what the time period has been mentioned, and it is taken the information from official sources of Union Government of India. Then the main point is 50% GER, gross enrollment ratio. As you all know, India, where the population is maybe 140 crores. The youth population may be around 60 to 70 crores, but the conversion rate from 10th to +2, +2 to degree, very, very poor, very, very poor. That's where the focus has been given. That means no dropouts must be there after 10th standard. Then every student should go to degree at least. They have to finish degree. In place of degree, if they cannot able to do the degree within 3 years of time, the provision also given after first year they can withdraw, after second year also they can withdraw, after third year also they can withdraw, and they can rejoin across any institute across country. That's where the multiple entry, multiple exit options have been given for UG students, for PG students, for integrated students, and then MPhil students also, but MPhil has been discontinued in this particular new education policy. And another important thing is the students are studying in one college and transferring to another college. Earlier a lot of issues are there between any two institutions. To avoid it, they have started academic bank of credits, ABC. National Depository Locker, NDL. This is under UGC, separate team is working. That means like our bank, we deposit cash and then we see our passbook and we see all these things, right? With our app, mobile app, Yano SBI app, we can see what amount is there in your account and all. Likewise, this NDL is developing the national depository completely, all certificates, all credits, all everything, every student information has been stored in a national locker. Nobody can theft it, and anybody can download at any point of time, and anybody can transfer to any other institute as and when he or she requires. So wonderful opportunity has been given, already in place, and then almost in Andhra Pradesh, almost all university students have been already registered in that. Those are not registered.
Sir, sorry for interruption.
Yes.
Sir, slides are not moving.
Slides are not moving? Is it okay?
No.
No?
It's showing only the first slide only, sir.
Okay, right.
Okay, now it's okay, sir. Now it's okay.
Now, is it moving?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I go like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also show it in the presentation mode, sir. It's in the.
So actually, earlier it is in presentation mode only, madam.
Okay.
It is not moving. Okay. Actually, it is in. Is it moving now?
Now it is moving.
Yes, sir. Now it's moving, sir.
Is it moving?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
then I'll go like this. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, right. No issue. No. See, you have to give feedback. Right. So where I am? Here, the credit transfers and academic bank of credits is a wonderful opportunity given to all the students across country, all institutes, and it is mandatory for all universities and private institutes, autonomous institutes, etc. So HEI is the technical word has been used for higher education institutes in India. HEI means higher educational institutes in India. That comes under research intensive, teaching intensive, and then autonomous degree granting colleges. They categorize into three groups. Exclusively research intensive groups are there, and exclusively teaching intensive universities are there. That means, as of now, conventional universities are there, combination of many courses and many things. They want to separate them. Technical universities like JNTU, where I am working in Andhra Pradesh, there are 3 JNTUs are there, exclusively technical universities. That means only engineering, UG, PG courses will be there. Only technical courses will be there. No conventional courses will be here. Similarly, only teaching universities are there. Only research universities are there. Only degree granting colleges are there. Likewise, they want to separate under the national education policy. So that comes under model multidisciplinary education and research university. That is called MIRU. This is another technical proverb, MIRU. Model multidisciplinary education and research university. So these are going to come up. Already the parliament bill has been approved. In some areas, especially in the big campuses, already they have initiated, but it has to expand to across the country as our country, as you all know, maybe around 4,000 institutes are there, government institute itself, so that it will take time. So autonomy, to be given for academic autonomy, administrative autonomy, and financial autonomy. And what is a national education policy saying? Sir, the slides are moving or not?
No, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
is in third slide only.
Third slide only.
Okay.
The title is Evolution of Education Policy. That is what we are viewing.
Okay, then I'll do one thing, madam. Now, is it moving now?
Now it
Yes,
is
sir.
now it is moving, sir.
Now I'll be in this mode only, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be in this mode only. I think it is moving, right?
It's moving, sir.
Right. I am in this slide. Autonomy, academic autonomy, administrative autonomy, and financial autonomy. Is it visible to all?
So major reforms, higher education. That is the title.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's what I'm
Yes.
explaining, right?
Yes.
Right. So the affiliating system, whatever university affiliating system as of now existing, that will be vanished. That means no affiliated institute should be there in India. As per national education policy, every academic institution should be having autonomy, academic autonomy at least, and administrative autonomy will come later. That's what the universities are trying now. That's where NAC, the NAC accreditation is mandatory. They made mandatory for all educational institutions, either degree giving or PG giving or university or semi-university or whatever. private or autonomous or mixture mode, whatever, NAC is mandatory. So accordingly, the NAC manual is there. I think every audience over here, everybody knows about it. National Assessment and Accreditation Council, and there is a SSR is there. Self-study report is there. There are 7 criteria are there, and each criteria have certain marks. Total marks are 1,000, and we have to get at least 700 marks for quantitative base, and then 300 marks for qualitative base, and you have to get a minimum of 2.5 CGPA in that, like student. So then only the institute gets qualified. Then of course A, B, C grades are there. A plus grade, A plus plus grade is there, but those grades will be vanished soon. They will give accredited or not accredited very soon. That's what his chairman recently he spoke. Anyway, that coming back to here, National Mission on Mentoring, NMM, that is very much essential for the students because as you all aware in newspapers, IIT students are getting suicide, right? You are seeing, very frequently in newspapers. Why? What is happening? Because they need counseling, they need mentoring, they need some stability. So that is also at national level, they're putting one mission, and then at every institute, they want to follow the guidelines. Then independent board of governors, that's where administrative autonomy is linked with that, with universities, with IITs, with NITs, with NITTRs, and with all national prominent institutes. Then instead of NBA, instead of NAC, instead of UGC, instead of ACTE, there are 4 or 5 regulators are there in country. To avoid all those things, they have followed only a single regulator for higher education, excluding legal and medical. So it is under the under discussion mode, not yet been implemented. Still, it's under process. Some final modifications are being done, and I'm sure by 2024 March, maybe before March, it will come. Online self-disclosure based on transparent system for approvals in place of inspections. So physical inspections to be avoided. Completely online inspections are to be promoted for the sake of transparency, for the sake of betterment. Then public and private higher education institutions should have same norms. There should not be any differentiation between private and public, because private philanthropic partnership and fee fixation within board regulatory framework based on BOGs, accordingly that will be done. The public investment in education sector to reach 6% of GDP at the earliest. So that is not happening. So that is to be done under immediate leadership. So the slide is moved, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. This is a major reforms continuation. So National Research Foundation, NRF. This is another word. And internalization of education. Yes, foreign universities are coming up. Already established in Telangana. In Hyderabad, already established. And in Andhra Pradesh, also going to establish. In some other states are also there already approvals have been given by the central government. So integration of vocational teacher and professional education, that is to be integrated because as of now, the individual verticals are there. They have to be combined. The setting up of a new quality higher education has been made easier so that standalone professional education institutions will evolve into multidisciplinary under MIRU and SEZ like special economic zones. Similarly, special education zones are being created, being developed for disadvantaged regions like northeastern states, and as well as some other states where as of now still education is not reachable, not in reach to the needy people. Then for the sake of internalization, other languages are also of prominent importance. So accordingly, Persian and Prakrit and Pali and France, German, and all these languages are also to be taught under one roof called national, like NITs, like IITs, National Institute for Foreign Languages. That's what planning to implement. These are all in the coming years. These are all going to happen under national education policy in order to put our India on a global map. That's already due to Chandrayaan 3, due to today's success of Aditya. We are very, very prominent. All world is looking at India. So as far as India education system also concerned, this NEP has been written, document accordingly, but the implementation, as you know, a lot of challenges are there. We are all part of it. We are all part of it. Hence, I have taken up this topic At least she should reach to the respective people in respective districts, respective states, respective in the same country. At least you can talk to the respective people at the respective places. Please do the same thing. So National Education Technology Forum and Higher Education Institutes, MIRU and NRF, and then National Institute for Foreign Languages, and all these things together comes under MHRD, but it is named as Ministry of Education now. It's not Ministry of Human Resource and Development. It is Ministry of Education. That ministry also already name change has been done already. So is it a slight change is there, sir? Indian knowledge systems, languages, culture and values. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Then focus on literature, scientific vocabulary of Indian languages, language faculty. They will get a lot of demand now. English already demand is there. Similarly, Sanskrit demand is there. Then similarly, other language faculty also will get demand. When we were studying, Telugu teachers are also there in every school. Very high demand is there for the Telugu teachers when we studied 30, 40 years back. Now, Telugu, because I came from Andhra Pradesh, so the Telugu is the mother tongue. But unfortunately, it is not been taught in schools now. That's where a lot of the debate has been happening in assembly also. But still, anyway, mother tongue, the Hindi mother tongue, still it is happening. I know that in all Hindi speaking states, but it's not happening in Telugu speaking states. But I'm very sure mother tongue certainly to be promoted so that other languages automatically will come. So anyway, this is my personal opinion. Research on languages, strengthening National Institutes for Promotion of Classical Language and Literature. That is also there in National Institute, under National Institute, and Indian Institute of Translation and Interpretation. Look at that, IITI. These are all the things in pipeline, especially for heritage and culture, for language development, for vocabulary development, and then we have to, the Indian citizens should be stable across the globe. So cultural awareness of our Indian knowledge systems, and then promoting traditional arts, Lok Vidya. That's what other words, traditional arts means Lok Vidya. The higher education institutions, and they should have same school complexes to have residential complexes. That means most of the students should be in the same place to learn and unlearn their practices, like ashram schools, like how Pandavas, Kauravas, and Mahabharata, what we studied, the same guru, but they studied together. So at the same place, away from their comfort zone. So similarly, that's what we call hostels here. So accordingly, that culture has to be promoted, because that will help to understand different cultures, different languages, and different practices, different skills, and then different thoughts. So by putting all those things together, the short-term goals for NEP is pedagogy is essential for holistic education, reducing curriculum content and enhancing critical thinking, because as of now, rote thinking is there, because everybody is by-hearting and then getting marks and then getting degrees, getting certificates. And that is useful only for clerical jobs, not for other things. But unfortunately, engineers are also became clerks, having these CGPAs and all. Unfortunately, that is to be eradicated. So integration of sports and education to foster holistic development, because as we all aware, in Corona, not only old people, a lot of young people also died. Do you know the basic reason? Because the young people, they don't know how to breathe properly on a daily basis, because lungs gets affected. The reason is lung power is limited, because we sit, most of the time we sit, we sleep, we eat, but we don't give any exercise for the whole body or lungs or brain or whatever. So I suggest and request all the learned people over here, please tell the same thing to your students, your children and all. Let every person should, including you, me, everybody, 1 hour, 60 minutes. We have to run, we have to walk, we have to jog, or we have to do yoga. That's what Prime Minister said. So we have to follow, instead of telling, if we follow it, because I'm doing it. That's the reason, confidently I'm telling. That certainly helped me. That certainly helped my family. That certainly helped my child. That certainly helped my project students and PhD scholars. Because regularly, yesterday also in one meeting, out of 120 students are there, and then I spoke the same thing. Similarly, I'm requesting you, please focus on your health, because Every day, 45 minutes to 1 hour, if you train your brain and heart and lungs and other things, automatically you will be healthy and positive thoughts will come, and then nothing will happen. Even though fever and all other things will come, but it will go. It will go just by 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. They will not be very serious. So this is what my observation, and many doctors and many researchers are also felt the same thing, but we have to follow on a daily basis. Even though you are so busy, we have to do it. Right. Introducing culture-related programs, focusing languages and necessary steps to coordinate with classical language institutions and departments and programs in Indian language, and promoting and cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary research and promoting them to promoting Sanskrit, because Sanskrit is the base for every language, so that we are, the India is very, very prominent in promoting Sanskrit across the globe. So introducing scholarships to promote learning languages. So these are all the short-term goals for the promotion of Indian heritage, culture, knowledge, language, and values. Right. Midterm goals and progress cards, and then organizing midterm meetings, and then transforming teachers through opportunities in periodical training. And long-term goal, of course, more than 10 years or so, Persian and other practical language like French, German, and all other things, and implementation remaining targets relating to the subject as envisioned. These are all the things. I mean, it's my personal understanding about national education policy. 66-page document is there. The moment you search in Google, you'll get the document. Out of the document, whatever I understood, just I'm presenting to you, right? So, as we all know, we are all now online lectures are going on, and then many times because completely your banking completely digitalized, and then everything is digitalized, certificates digitalized, everything digitalized. That's technology. We are using technology like anything. Without internet, our day will not start. Without internet, our day will not close. Maybe we may skip lunch, dinner, breakfast, but we cannot live without internet. That's how we are adopted. Fine. The point is the technology is there in education planning, technology is there in teaching, learning, technology is there in administration, technology is there in regulation, right? So, but the point is how the disadvantaged groups still are there. Still, so in some area, maybe interior places, there is no power still, there is no water still, there is no ration still, there is no justice still, there is no education still in some parts of the country. So how to reach them? How to make it happen? We are all happy, yes, we are good. What about the rest? So that in that perspective, disadvantaged groups have been identified, and then access has been increased for them. Then Divyang friendly education software, because we all know God is not kind towards certain people. So, but still, the recent IAS and IPS ranks, if you see, even though God is not so kind towards them, but they stood in the top 100, top 50. So that is their strength, mental strength. So how the education should support them, where accordingly softwares have been developed and e-content has been developed and virtual labs have been developed. I think everybody is aware of these things, virtual labs, because during Corona period, mostly we have encouraged students to use the virtual labs. I think everybody aware of this, and this is IIT Delhi. They are promoting this for the last 10 years, and it's a wonderful platform, vlab.co.in. You can search in Google, vlab.co.in. Just register there and you can use it. It's a free. Those who don't know, for those people I'm telling. National Educational Technology Forum, and then digital equipping schools and teachers, students, training, etc. being done for the sake of, for the benefit of the technology. And for your information, I'm telling, recently in Andhra Pradesh, the schools have been changed, modified, and then smart boards have been kept in schools. And the teachers have come to our university for 15 days. We trained them. We trained how to use smart board. So that is what is happening in our state. We feel proud to say this. Government is so proactive towards implementing national education policy. Teachers got trained, and then accordingly they are using all those smart boards in the classrooms from this year onwards. So that's what that early childhood care education, ECCE, then National Mission on Foundational Literacy and Numeracy, and then curricular pedagogical structure 5+3+3+4. That means up to first 5 years, no schools, right? Only at kindergarten and all in the location. Then next 3 years, the next 3 years accordingly, instead of 10 plus 2, they have divided like this, that 8 plus 3, 11 plus 4, 15. That has been again as per under the national education policy, that has been divided accordingly, and then gender inclusion, and then reduction in curriculum to core concepts, and vocational integration from class 6 onwards. Vocational integration courses from class 6 onwards. These are all from school education. That's why I'm not so particular, but still, those are interested. For those people, just I'm showing the slides. So board examinations will have low stakes, only based on knowledge application. That means Bloom's taxonomy. I think everybody is aware of that. Bloom's taxonomy, like CBSE syllabus. CBSE syllabus exclusively written based on CBSE, based on Bloom's taxonomy only. So accordingly, the testing is also done based on the 6 levels have been proposed by him, right? Knowledge, understanding level, and then application level, and then critical thinking level, and then synthesis level, and then designing level. So accordingly, the national assessment tests have been conducted, and then national professional standards for teachers have been conducted, and digital libraries have been promoted. That's IIT Kharagpur has taken that initiative to promote digital libraries across our country. It's free. You can download, and then apps are also there. NDL, National Digital Libraries, are there, so you can download and you can register, and then you can use it. Transparent online self-disclosure for public oversight and accountability is also there. This is all there in school levels. Then these are the outcomes, expected outcomes from NEP. By 2030, all secondary education to be universal, and by 2025, numeracy skills and then the foundation for learning should be done by national mission. Then GER should be 100% by 2030. We are in 2023 now, so within 7 years, gross enrollment ratio, that means no dropouts must be there. That's what in the first point itself I have written. So 2 crores children are not going to the schools. There's a rough figure. Out of 140 crores population, every year, this is every year, 2 crores missing. They're not going to the schools. This is a very big number. Very, very big number. So take the responsibility in and around your servant-maid children and nearby children. Those are not going to schools. Please encourage them to go to schools, because schools are giving midday meal. A lot of benefits are there across the country, I think. So accordingly, please promote them. At least one child, one faculty, if you train them, certainly it can be done. Teachers to be prepared for assessment reforms by 2023. That is this year. So without assessment reform, no increment will be given. So inclusive, equitable education system by 2030. Board exams to be test core concepts only, application knowledge only. It's not just the theoretical examinations are not valid. So every child will come out of the school adapting at least one skill. School level vocational courses made mandatory. So one skill course is kept inside. Accordingly, they should obtain those skills. So common standards across country in learning, both private and public schools. These are all the outcomes. But again, doubts are there in everybody's mind. How to make it happen? Yes, this is the action plan also given. Flexible curriculum, multiple entry, multiple exit, grade-based systems, ending fragmentation, multidisciplinary research, multidisciplinary universities. These are all the possible action plans in place already. Some of them are already in place. Some of them are to be kept in place. So in the direction, the whole country is moving, especially in education system. And the more emphasis is there on higher education. Hence, we are all responsible to know about national education policy initiatives. We should know about how to implement them. We should know about how to practice it, because it cannot be done one day. It cannot be done by one person. So similarly, the challenges are there because of the vast size of India in education sector, and critically linked to state capacities, because central government says something. Different states have different political affiliations, so that they say something. So in between them there is a gap. So accordingly, that gap has to be reduced. So because of federal structure, a lot of issues are there, and private sector is dominating in India because a lot of private institutions are there, especially in higher education. So execution of these things certainly requires a lot of patience, lot of passion, a lot of courage, lot of discipline by the leaders of the respective education sectors. So that is about challenges. And for information, these are the 9 people. They have spent almost 2 to 3 years of their valuable time to make the document, 66-page document, for the coming generations together. Hence, we should at least learn those names. Those who already aware of those things, fine. Those who don't know, Kasturi Rangan is a great personality. Vasudha Kamath, Manjul Bhargav, Ram Shankar Kurel, TV Kattimani. Now, the Professor TV Kattimani, he is actually nearby our JNTU University. He is Vice Chancellor for Central Tribal University, Vizianagaram. The TV Kattimani, he is a Vice Chancellor at present, nearby our Central Tribal University. That VC, mean that mail ID is also there for you. VC, JNTU earlier VC, he become, now he is staying in Vizianagaram only. So, Sri Krishna Mohan Tripathi, Majar Asif, MK Sridhar, Sri Rajendra Pratap Gupta. So, different people, representing different sectors of our country, and accordingly, they sat together for brainstorming sessions, and then they have developed a wonderful document, right? So, the most comprehensive policy of this century, that's what Narendra Modi remarked in Parliament. Under 75th year of independence, implementation of NEP has become a vital part of this occasion. This will play a key role in creating new India and future-ready youth. Then, the then Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, he has mentioned that harnessing capabilities of each student, universalizing education, building capacities, and transforming learning landscape in the country, so that NEP will give holistic, affordable, accessible, and equitable. This is the notion. HAAE, right? Right. So in the last 16 months, especially for the last, I can say 1.5 years or so, NEP has moved some ground in terms of meeting key milestones, notwithstanding challenge from the global health pandemic. But begin with, government has done well in terms of building awareness interest among diverse stakeholders in the mission and vision of NEP. So they mark a 10-day-long Shikshak Parv, that saw a series of national level events, and then Prime Minister and other key officials. Then NEP initiates school curriculum, including artificial intelligence and financial literacy. Artificial intelligence and financial literacy, as you all aware, especially from computer science background, that AICTE has sanctioned BTech artificial intelligence, right? Maybe that has been included in school level as well, right? Like mathematics, like English, like physics. That has been the order of the day. That's what you're seeing now, the artificial intelligence applications, right? One application, just I want to name, I think many of you know it. Anybody heard about Gamma tool? GAMMA. Any response, please? Gamma. Any one of you aware of this? It is artificial intelligence application only. Please search in Google. You can register, and the interesting part is 10 slides, 10 slides of any topic you type it, it will give you 10 good slides. Any topic. It's a very useful to going before your class if you're not prepared, right? I'm just giving a caution that be careful with that 10 slides, because it's having a lot of depth. The artificial intelligence I have tested already. That's why I'm telling, a very wonderful tool. So please search it. Gamma, search in Google, then you can register and you can get slides of your choice. Right. Mother tongue or regional language received primacy in NEP. And then on pilot based, everything is inclusive here, and academic bank of credits. And as I said, National Digital Locker, NDL, ABC, under UGC, they are working very, very seriously at higher education. Next, key initiatives such as Nipun Bharat Mission, Vidya Pravesh, Diksha, Nishita. Look at that. Everything has its own aims and then vision and mission. First one is the Nipun Bharat Mission is children's learning competencies to be improved. reading, writing, numeracy, and grades. The point here is maybe 8th standard student cannot be able to summarize few sentences in English. It is a standard of many schools across country. So how to improve that? So one mission has been created. Vidya Pravesh, 3-month school preparation module for grade 1 children. So how to encourage students to go to school? And Diksha, teaching learning repository of e-content, because teachers, there is no formal training is there. For say, for example, for higher education in universities, BTech, MTech is mandatory, now PhD is mandatory, and he or she is eligible for assistant professor. And how she or she can teach a first class, first lesson? Who is teaching them? Who is giving training? No training. So the classroom itself is a training school, right? So how to make it happen? The Nishita, teachers training program for secondary level teachers as well. So there is a process, there is an initiative. These are the key insights about NEP. Now, before I sum up, these are the 5 major challenges I have identified by studying national education policy repeatedly. The first one is the size and diversity of Indian education sector. It's an uphill task because 15 lakh schools, 25 crore students at school level, 89 lakh teachers are available, which is second largest education system in the world. That has been mentioned already. The size of the higher education system is also massive too in India. This is a sample size. How to train 89 lakh teachers? How to teach 29 crore students? It's the biggest hurdle. How many schools required? Are schools are available or not? Infrastructure is available or not? Teachers are available or not? The trained teachers are available or not? Qualified teachers available or not? These are all the issues cropping up. So this is the major challenge. Then, realization of critically linked to the state capacity. What is the internal capacity of the state? How bureaucrats are there? How system is in place? What kind of coordination is there between regulatory bodies of state and center? That's for example, the state board is there, central board is there, CBSE is there, state board is there. How they are coordinating each other? So this is another issue. The magnitude size, state to state, it is different. Then creating responsibility, ownership between stakeholders, between private sector and states, public sectors. Then accordingly, the challenges may come minimal in education leadership. The third one is cooperation between center and states mandatory, because implementation largely depends on the state's active participation, without which it cannot be done. So political polarization in the recent years is visible. The trust between center and states have to be developed to the next level, then only it can be done. So opposition ruled states having strong objections to several key provisions of NEP, that's what is visible. I don't want to name those states and I don't want to go in detail. Everybody is aware of those things, because which state is doing, which state is what, and all those things, right? But the point is, finally, the students are not getting benefits. The managing federal mathematics is critical. Then accordingly, that has to be done. So number of opposition ruled states have been raising strong objections here, but still there is no other way except implementing that. The fourth one is, with higher education system, critical for translating the inclusionary vision of NEP. So 70% of higher education institutions are run by the private sector in India, unfortunately. Then 65 to 70% students are currently enrolled in private education systems. So the much needed financial resources and innovation to be done at private sectors only, so that government and regulatory bodies to create workable institutional mechanism that would harness the contribution of the private sector and recognize them as equal partner of NEP process. That's the reason no affiliating system should take place and everything should be autonomous. That's where NAC is promoting, and NAC is giving accreditation on a similar basis with public sector institutions. So accordingly, that will reduce the gap. The successful execution of key initiatives require availability of adequate financial resources for the decades. So in this regard, this national education policy stated that to realize the goals of new policy, the country has to raise public spending on education sector to 6% of GDP. This is not happening. This is a serious concern. Maybe the next year budget, it may happen, but the last year it is, I think it is 2 point something, maybe not even 3%. If you see the records, because I'm not good in those finances, financial aspects, but the budget is not even 3%. So NEP suggesting 6% of GDP. That's what the great late Vajpayee also, when he was a chief prime minister of India, he said education and health. These are the two primary sectors we have to be given free for all. No charges should be there for education, no charges should be there for health. But I don't know when it will happen. If that happens, automatically everything will come in place. Instead of giving scholarships, instead of giving midday meals and all, let every student in the education be free. That's what Germany, where my son is studying, and then there is no tuition fee. Even for other country people also, it's free, completely free. Only the living expenses as we have to bear. Everybody can read up to whatever level they desire. Yes. So I don't know when it will happen in India. Then nobody will move to other countries. Why my son has done BTech in IIT and then he moved to Germany? Because there is no provision for him for his particular course of studies, the computer fluid dynamics of mechanical engineering. The research, the research is very limited. Researchers are available here. See, just example sake, I'm talking. The similar case with your children and your people as well, because present day scenario, we are all aware of at a global level, which is the best university, who is the best professor for the respective course is visible to us. So obviously, our mind says something and our heart says something, and then accordingly, we have to move. Hence, the brain drain is happening across country. So that care has to be taken by the teachers, by the parents. So how to make it happen? This is the possible solution. Let education and health be free for all citizens of India. Of course, with some conditions, of course, anyway. Right. The education budget was reduced by 6% from 99 crores, maybe 100 crores to so and so. Some calculation has been picked up between 2021 to 21-22. In that, if that is the case, how to go progress? Maybe the reason is there that the COVID pandemic is there for the stress, because vaccine has been developed by our country, which has given free for all citizens. Like that. That's what I'm talking. The health may become free like the vaccine, right? So certainly that will solve many problems maybe. So NEP has stated that to realize the goals of new policy, the country has to raise public spending on the education sector to 6% of GDP. So apart from this, the weak state capacity, availability of financial resources, education ecosystem, then building consensus between states, and then accordingly, the implementation of national education policy will be useful for under federalism states, and then ownership of reforms, right? So these are the plans for the next 20 years, how to be done, right? So in a phased manner. So the draft implementation plan, and then by 2020 certain things, and then 2025 certain things, and 2030 certain things. Accordingly, 31 states of our country and union territories are also there, and 7177 suggestions, feedback reports are there, and then accordingly the implementation of NEP has been done on 10th November, 27th November, 2nd December, exclusively by different states, and then implementation plan is realistic, flexible, collaborative, and which will give adequate awareness, motivation, and competencies among all concerned stakeholders, transforming school education, transforming higher education, transforming research education, transforming teachers, transforming our locality towards learned cycles and learned people around. So National Curriculum Framework, NCF, has been already developed. One framework has been developed. So accordingly, that is initiated from 21-22 onwards. That is been implemented now under NEP. So 50 hours of mandatory continuous professional development of teachers, 18 modules have been there. Then accordingly, online mode Diksha platform is there, and that 3.4 crore course-wise registrations are happened, and 23 lakh teachers were trained. So second one is National Mission on Foundational Literacy Numeracy Mission has been developed, and then committee has been developed, and then they have given us certain outcomes, and the e-learning has been expanded. QR codes have been energized, textbooks, and then 3,600 QR coded textbooks in 29 states, 1.44 lakh e-contents, and then more than 300 courses are available. And AICT is also developing own language, right? They are converting English to our mother tongue. That's what I spoke earlier. So they need people for translators, and then accordingly that has been happening in a big way. So different departments launched initiatives like Manodarpan, that is for mental health and well-being of students. That's what said, to avoid suicides, to avoid all those sultry things happening around higher education systems and other places. So what kind of support to be given, advisory guidelines, and then online chat options and national level database, and then director of counselors, all are included in one umbrella. Accordingly, they are giving suggestions, and then accordingly reducing those kind of incidents happening across our country. So MOA has been signed between Indian Sign Language Research and Training Center and NCRT to develop Indian Sign Language Dictionary for Divyangan people, and then accordingly CBSE exam reforms are also taking place, and then introducing English and Sanskrit at 2 levels, and then accordingly comprehensive based questions are also being introduced in the board exams for class 10th, class 12th, and phased manners. And it is decided to increase 10% depth every year. So 7th learning outcomes, and then secondary levels, and then 8th department is also opting existing schemes, and then 9 states have been used task force to steer implementation of NEP provisions, and in which some states are progressing, some states are not up to the levels. And this is about other slide, and where the whatever points are just now I mentioned. Again, I have given what I call in a nutshell, right? So this is about equity inclusion of higher education, steps to be taken by the governments. So how to earmark, and then how to set targets, and how to enhance gender balance, and how to enhance equality, how to develop support of high quality systems, and how to provide financial assistance, and how to conduct outreach programs, and how to develop and support technology tools better than what existing is present. So 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8-point strategies. Then accordingly, the mitigation, and then financial assistance, and then admission processes, and curriculum changes, and then employability, and then degree courses and other languages, and then improving the bridge courses, and then reduce the gaps between what they learn and how they're going to learn. So accordingly, the vocational education also to be promoted, and quality academic research have to be promoted under National Research Foundation, NRF, and effective governance and leadership is also must. Whatever initially mentioned, that is what National Higher Education Regulatory Council. So as I said, different regulatory bodies to be avoided. Only one umbrella will come for higher education in future, that is called National Higher Education Regulatory Council, NHERC. That is in pipeline. Maybe the merger of UGC and AICTE may happen. Then the professional education, adult education, and languages and technology usages and other things. So professional education having different wings. By 2030, we have to look into about agriculture and about Ayurveda, about homeopathy, about all other things, including 3D machining, and then intelligence, promoting cybersecurity, promoting all other technological advancements are also to be in place from school level, higher education level, and all together we have to promote India in implementing NEP effectively for 21st century. Then we can able to put more Chandrayans and then more Aditya missions, right? These are the differences I have undergone in addition to whatever document is there. So Jai Hind from my side. So any doubts, any queries, most welcome. The last 5 minutes, the time is given for me 1 hour. So accordingly, I prepared and then I presented.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, please.
Sir, it was a wonderful session.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Actually, before starting the session, I have few doubts related to this NEP. But after your presentation, I think I am very much clear. What is it? What are the plans? How we are going to execute it? Because I am also working in an institution in Andhra Pradesh. So repeatedly, we are coming under JNTU Anantapur.
Okay, okay, madam.
So just now they are conducting meeting related to multiple entry, multiple exit.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I think we have started this NEP execution.
Okay,
Thank
madam.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Wonderful
madam.
presentation.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for your kind words.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Murli Mohan from Mother Teresa College of Engineering, Palamneru, sir, Andhra
Okay,
Pradesh.
madam. Okay, sir.
Sir, really, you have given very good presentation, sir. You have made us towards excellent awareness with respect to the national education policy. If there is any possibility, just instruct the government, every private institute should adopt minimum 20 members who are the dropouts. So that,
Okay.
it's no need to go for the NAC or accreditation system, anything. Okay, it should be mandatory.
Yes, yes.
Then
You're
only
right.
we can overcome these challenges and all, sir. If
Certainly,
there
sir.
is
Good.
any possible, you just go
Certainly,
ahead
very
with
good
it, sir.
suggestion. Very good suggestion, sir. Whenever the opportunity comes to me, certainly I'll do it.
Please, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Any questions from participants?
Sir, once again, this is Dr. Murli Mohan from Mother Teresa Engineering College, Palamneru, sir. Sir,
Okay,
why
sir.
can't you make it 7 days program, sir? So that, because all these basic things should be aware of every faculty member, along
Absolutely.
with the, not only with the principal, sir. Every
Yes, exactly.
administrator, like the chairman, should also, they have to do this one, and it should be done in mandatory form, sir.
Exactly. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Actually, that's the reason.
Yes,
Whenever opportunity comes to me through AICT, through anywhere, many times, this is, I think, say maybe 20th time or 30th time for the last 2 years or so.
Yes, sir.
I have given this kind of lecture.
Yes, sir.
Still, because I'm doing my duty as a teacher, actually, whenever opportunity comes to me. But as you said, mandatory, like
Yes,
mandatory things, this has to be done, actually. AICT is doing it. AGC is also doing for any workshop. This one session is kept mandatory in all AICT workshops, actually.
Sir,
But
it is better to go ahead with along with the university, sir.
Certainly,
Because
sir.
Under the umbrella of JNTU, it itself,
Yes.
we have a lot of. So the
Yes, yes,
university should conduct, and every participant, means every faculty member should attend that program.
Exactly.
So then only if they will give any affiliation, continuation of the affiliation and all, surely it will work out, sir.
Certainly.
Of course, there will be a lot of challenges, no doubt about that.
Yes, certainly.
But it is better, sir, from my
Certainly,
end.
sir.
And thanks
Certainly.
a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for your involvement, actually. Unless you involve, we cannot speak like that.
Okay,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Very good. Very good.
Thank
Good.
you, thank you, sir.
Any others? Sir, shall we round up?
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah. Sir, shall we? Okay, sir. So on behalf of the organizing committee and all the attendees of the 9th International Conference on Computers Management and Mathematical Sciences, ICCM 2023, I'm Mr. P.J. Prakash, working as an assistant professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering at Lenin Institute of Research and Technology. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for your exceptional keynote address on national educational policy, key insights during the conference. So your insightful presentation left an indelible mark of our audience and significantly contribute to the success of the events. So your deep knowledge and expertise on the subject matter were evident throughout your talk. Your ability to distill complex information to easily digestible insights were truly remarkable. So, and it resonated with both our seasoned education professionals and those new to the topic. So the clarity and passion with which you spoke about the NP's implications and potential impact on our education system were truly inspiring. And thanks for the quoting like the AI tools like Gamma tools and Vidya Pravesh, which are really helpful to the participants. And thanks for quoting the 5 major challenges in the education sector. And it is a high time to be focused on to provide quality of teaching. Thanks for sharing the implementation plan for 20 years of our country for transforming various aspects in the education sector. Once again, thank you for your expertise in delivering an outstanding keynote address. We're immensely grateful for your time and effort, sir. Your presence at our conference made it a resounding success, and we look forward to the possibility of collaborating with you in future, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
So thank you all, sir. Thank you all. Wonderful day ahead. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
Participants, please fill the feedback to get a participation certificate and for attendance, right?
No. And then one more.
Sir, link is not shared.
Link is already shared. Kindly verify your chat box.
Sir, please share once again. I have network issue.
Okay, sir, not an issue. We'll share, sir.
One more thing, directly I will send it like a conference participation certificate. Please click it and submit your and then certificate also issued.
Sir, if possible, send us the PPT also, sir, so that it can be make use as a reference copy.
Sir, already feedback form already submitted. It's given and then one more conference participation certificate also issued. You need PPT?
Yes, sir. We are expecting PPT, sir, so that we can make use as a reference for the future
No
purpose.
need worry, sir. No need worry, sir. All things are available in YouTube. I will send the link, and when you want to see, that link will be available you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Please fill the two forms. One form is certificate generation for conference participation certificate. Okay. Next one is feedback form. Please fill it. Once submit from your end conference participation certificate, certificate automatically reach you. Okay. Thank you very much.